Good morning, everyone. Or good afternoon. I believe this morning. It's about 7. No, wait a minute. It's about 8:40 a.m. in the Northeast. How's everybody doing on this Tuesday morning? Well, I'm hanging in there. I'm about ready to go out to take my trash out, but I said, first, let me come up here and talk to the AAG team. But it is so chilly, I don't want to do anything. I just want to really crawl back beneath the sheets. But I know I can't because I got things I got to do today. I got to go and take some things back to the store, right up there to Stop and Shop, though. I bought, I bought some dip. French onion dip that I gotta take back, a box of Ritz crackers I gotta take back, because the Ritz crackers were all crumbly. I mean, I couldn't even pick them up, and they were all crumbly together. And so the Frito-Lay, what was it? Frito-Lay French dip, which I don't usually buy that. I usually get the little can. Is different from the jar. Wait a minute, Frito-Lay. One is Frito-Lay and one is Lay's, I think. I forgot. Well, let's check it out. I got it. Anyway, I'm taking it back to the store because it don't taste right to me. It's Lay's. This one. I got to take this one back to the store. Ooh. And Sunday. My daughter and I went to BJ's. Not BJ's. We went to Big Y. That was the first time I had ever been to Big Y. Never, ever had I been to Big Y, but I love it. I like it a lot. Their stuff looks so fresh. I don't know, I bought a pack of short ribs from there. I think that's the only meat I bought because my freezer's already, stocked for the rest of the month. And I bought, what else did I buy? Buy some collard greens. I got to cook those collard greens. But I really like the store. Very clean. And they had the carts that you could ride in, and which came in very handy for me, because I couldn't take my scooter. But I did take a cane. I took my cane, and lo and behold, there's scooters there. There's scooters. So, in fact, I was the only one I think was riding around in the scooter. But to know that they are available, that they are there for you, when you need one is great. Because a lot of times you go to the store, they are not there. They're taken. Most of the time, sometimes I wonder, are these people that's riding around on these scooters really need them? Now, some people may say I don't need them because I'm able to. I can walk, but I'm wobbly, and I can walk holding onto the cart, which is very good. Walk around the whole store. I'm talking about. I'm not saying like walking around my house. Of course, I can walk around the house, and I don't have a problem. But when I'm walking around with the shopping cart, for a while, over a big box store like big old store like that, if I cover that whole store or even half of that store, my back is going to start hurting, okay? And so the scooter came in handy for the old girl. And the old girl enjoyed herself being out on a Sunday afternoon. Like I said, that was my first time, but I can take my ride to BJ's. Because it covers that area. It's a certain radius that my ride covers, and still doesn't cost no more than $5. But if I go beyond that radius, that area, then I have to pay extra, which I don't plan to go beyond. But I never thought about BJ's. I have been to, not BJ, what am I saying? BJ's. I've been to BJ's already, but I've never been to Big Y. And I like the store. I really did. I may be going again. After I cook these spare ribs, short ribs. I'm not going to cook those short ribs today, though, but I do have to cook the collard greens, even if I just blanch them, and put them in the freezer, that would be safe. I won't lose them, so to speak. Like I have the. There's Elmo. Elmo's on TV again. But I just wanna, even if I blanch them, I can still save them for Thanksgiving by putting them in the freezer, because I do have a little bit of room in the freezer. And there's something else in there that I need to get out of there. Is some Brussels sprouts. I haven't made no Brussels sprouts in a while. And so I asked my daughter how to make it. She said, just put them in the oven with some, I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to figure out what I need to get before I go to the, when I go to the store. Your case. Let's see. I don't see an expiration date. These are the Brussels sprouts right here. It's by those bowl and basket. I never had them before, but it's been a long time since I had some Brussels sprouts. And I really want to cook up everything in that freezer. I want to get, whoops, it's closed. Remember that last time when I didn't have the freezer closed, y'all? I had icicles in my freezer. And well, it covered the whole thing. But anyway, my day is cut off. Well, not the whole day. I still didn't get the prescription straight for my eyeglasses yet. I called them, but nobody's been in contact with me. And so I'm going to call them back to see if the doctor rewrote the prescription. But I can't. Oh, that's right. Today's Tuesday because they're closed on Monday. So I can call them today. I'm going to call the doctor's office and them to see which way is up, And I do have an appointment this week, so my whole week is cut off for me. But I did rest one day. Usually I don't go out 2 days in a row. Like I went out Sunday, so Monday, I takes it easy on Monday. And so today, I'm going to hit the road again. Yes. I'm going to hit that road. But I want to go early. But first, I got to bag up my trash. I didn't bag it up yet. So I got to bag up my trash. I've been up here trying to get that crochet off my table already this morning. So I got 2 more rows to do together. Was it 2 or 3? Oh, 3. I got 3 more rows to do before I can actually sew the whole thing together. And that'll be done with crochet for a while, y'all. I guess you said I said that before. But the thing is, I don't have anything except scrap yarn left after this. I'll just have scrap yarn. Oh, yeah. I'm done because it's too much for my house. I ain't got nowhere to put it no more. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm doing. So how y'all doing this month? Everything go all right over your weekend? Well, you seen what happened to... What day was that accident happened outside of my house? Was that Sunday? I think it was Sunday. Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. I don't remember. It had to be Sunday because I think me and my daughter had went out, and then when I came back home, I'm tired. I'm ready to go to take a nap. But I think what happened was the impact did wake me up. I didn't. You know how you think you're not asleep, but you are. You went to sleep, and then you wake up, and the only thing I woke up to, was the hum and the sound of the fire engines out there. I could hear them out there. And I'm laying in bed. I'm like, what in the world is that? All that sound out there. And so I had to go and check it out. Look out the window to see. I still didn't know it was an accident. I didn't know what it was first. I thought it was some kind of medical truck or something. So I said, well, let me put my clothes on and go out here, because then I started to see people across the street. I was, ooh, sookie, sookie. And that's when I seen the car turned over on its side. I said, wow. and the guy crawled out of the car. And the car flipped this side on the driver's side. How the heck he got out of there? The windshield was crashed, completely smashed. You know, the glass was all over the street. He must have, and it looked like to me, the seat was pushed up, you know, from the back or something. I couldn't figure it out. It was it's like a hard situation to decipher because I couldn't figure out what was going on and how the heck did he get out of there? Out of that car. He had to crawl through the windshield because when the car flipped over on the side, it flipped over on the driver's side. Okay, so he's there. He's on that side. He must have crawled through the crushed window. I don't know if he crawled through or he had to crawl through because he was already out the way I understand it. Because, see, I went out a little bit later. I got out there just in time when I saw him in the stretcher. You know that stretcher chair, they put you in the ambulance. And he didn't even want to go in the ambulance because, my daughter said, well, maybe he was in shock. I said, he didn't have a scratch on him. Not that I could see. I ain't see nothing broken. I ain't see him moaning and groaning about anything. And so they took him and put him in the ambulance. They insisted that he go and get checked, because of the damage that was done to that vehicle. And so they took him out. I think he must have been driving alone. And all those people over there, across the street, it must have been some sort of a church or something like that because they all had on black. Unless they were coming from a funeral or something. But the impact on their car, I couldn't even figure out which way the car was going. But the car, the other side, I think it must have been a Cadillac. It was a better made car than the one that the driver that flipped the car in. That car had to be something like maybe a Cadillac. Like I said, a better made car. Maybe it was a Mercedes. I didn't catch the front end of it. It was a SUV. And they had like a dent on the back fender of the driver's side. On the back fender on the driver's side of the car. And I still couldn't figure out how that happened. I really couldn't. But, the officers, they know how to figure it out, not me. But anyway, that was something else, y'all. I don't think I've ever seen an accident, but they have accidents out here on that street all the time. Major, minor. A couple of years ago, I think 2 people were killed down there on the street. And so what they need to do, actually, is to put bumpers up on this particular street. Because people are flying down the street all the time. I thought a guy was going to hit me one day. I was standing there, and he turned the corner like right where I live, and I was standing there talking to a young lady, that I knew from way back in the day. And I'm not standing on the curb. She's standing on the curb, up on top of the curb, and I'm standing right down on the street, but I'm not in the street. I'm just right there at the curb. And suddenly this guy come flying around the corner. I was, oh my God, and she's trying to help me step up to get out this guy's way. He was driving a Corvette, okay? Coming around the corner in broad daylight, because I don't hang out too much at night. Broad daylight. But he didn't, thank God, he didn't hit me. But then he went down the street, and then he started looking down there like, so what look? Like, what about it look? After he didn't come down that corner like that. And I'm, we're looking at this guy. What's wrong with him? And it was a young guy, too. I haven't seen that Corvette since, but he went to see somebody, visit somebody right down the street, from where he went, that corner that he turned. He went to visit there. But I remember the car. It was a Corvette. And we already know what time it is when you got that Corvette. Oh, boy. I don't want to jibber-jabber, y'all. I got things I got to do. It's about 9 o'clock. I said I was going to be out of here and back by 10. Yeah, that was in my plan. To get down to the store, get back by 10, finish the cover, take a nap. Do the greens. Oh yes, I got an agenda for today, y'all. I definitely do. But I bet you I end up don't do nothing. Ah, they say them things sting you. So look out for what you call them things? Oh my god, jellyfish. A jellyfish. That's what they say, they sting you. But I don't think he sting you, but I think that if you get a hold of you, he just bite you or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know they had a turtle down south. They used to call it a snapping turtle. They say he'll snap and, like bite you or grab onto you, and he won't turn you loose until the sun go down, y'all. That's what they say. I don't know how true it is, Like I said, a long time ago I was a child. But I remember hearing these grown people talk about this stuff. A turtle holds on to you until the sun go down. And they say when you kill a snake, they say everything die on him, won't die on him until the sun go down. His tail. They say the tail of a snake don't die until the sun go down. I think that's the way it goes. I'm not sure, y'all. But that's the way it is down yonder home. I guess they didn't have anything else to do except sit around and tell stories. And that's what they used to do listen on the radio. Before television, there was radio. And everybody gathered around the radio. But, you enjoyed the radio just like you enjoyed watching the TV when you first got the television. I remember them sitting around listening to the radio. I think it was Amos and Andy, and it seemed like there was a baseball game or something that was being, coming over the airways. And as well as boxing, was quite a few things, and then there was like stories that you could listen to. I think I Love Lucy was also on the radio before she became televised. And everybody sit around the radio and listen to the radio. And this stuff we got going here, we got so much tech today, we don't know what to do with it. Well, I don't know what to do with it. I have no clue. But anyway, y'all, I'm not going to hold you up. I'm going to go ahead and do what I got to do. I got to find me some pants to put on. I guess I'll put those black pants back on just to go to the store. I ain't going nowhere but to the store after all. To the grocery store at that. And on that note, excuse me, y'all, I go with love, and I'll see you again soon.